So, hi guys, welcome to WUSC's coverage of Arts and Draughts happening at the Columbia Museum of Art on April 22nd. We're here with one of the performers, Flippants, and they're from right here in Columbia, South Carolina. So, you guys want to go around and introduce yourselves?
Sure. I'm Connor Clench. I'm the bassist of Flippants.
I'm Austin. I am rhythm guitar and vocals.
I'm Gabe Crawford. I'm lead guitar.
My name is Pierce. I do guitar, synth noise stuff.
Noise.
But
Nice.
mostly
We have
guitar.
Brad
They're
Noise.
Brad on noise.
They're guitar slash synth.
I like that. I hope like in all the programs you're just like Brad noise.
We've
That's
said
kind
it
of
before.
yeah, that's kind of his official
I mean that's like the most important part. So
It really
It
is.
really is, yeah.
big part of our stuff.
We're
Yeah.
pretty bland without that.
Yeah. We're really quiet.
They go by Pierce, but you can call me Brad.
oh,
Yeah.
They call me.
We're friends with him, and so we've been.
We do.
I haven't gotten to that
play
point
that.
yet. Let me check myself. Sorry. Okay, so are you guys all? Do you all like grow up in Columbia, or like are you from different places and like just all live in Columbia?
I actually don't know that. I mean, I know where I grew up.
Yeah. No. Gabe and Pierce are probably more local than Austin and I.
Yeah.
I'm from Greenville, South Carolina, so not too far away.
I'm from North Augusta, South Carolina. But we're all Carolina boys.
Yeah.
In some shape or form.
Yeah.
I'm from here, and I'm grown up here. I went to USC.
I lived in I mostly, grew up in Columbia. I lived in Charleston for a little bit.
Yeah.
But, mostly like this is home base.
So, then the most important question, what's a must-try restaurant from your hometowns?
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, what's in North Augusta?
Well, in Augusta, Nacho Mama's pretty good. I gotta give a shout out to Nacho Mama's. I haven't seen you in probably 10 years, Nacho Mama's, but you're still there. Last time I checked. So keep doing your thing.
Dude, I literally gotta be researching.
This is a serious question.
I-
This is attached to your name.
years.
I know.
So.
I mean, I guess as a kid, I would just loiter at Ocha Tea Bar and get like bubble tea, but it's not even like a restaurant. It's just like a memory from my past. It's a
Nice.
past life.
I still love it because it's near and dear to my heart. But it's like the person that was originally part of it passed down the restaurant. Came on Japanese restaurant on Sunday.
I was gonna say the
Dude,
same.
I went there recently.
Yeah.
It's the place to be.
So good.
But I guess a modern example of the place to be is Transmission, because we're
Oh,
always
That's true.
there.
Yeah.
You gotta shout out to
Dude,
Transmission.
Black Rooster too, though.
And Black Rooster.
Yeah, Black Rooster, our boy Nate, up there at the rooftop.
Is that place like right across the river?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks so nice. Like there's always like people like on the roof and stuff.
It tricks
Yeah,
you.
but it's really-
super fancy.
They
Super
let us
fancy on
in,
the like
so you'll be
Yeah.
alright.
first floor, but you go upstairs, it's a total hang.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Okay,
You said
so
bar
we would be
none,
allowed on second floor, but we're not like
Sort
the
of.
first floor type
They
crowd.
shuffle you right up the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, let's get these guys in the back.
Oh, you stink. Go upstairs with the rest.
So could you give us just like a brief history like of the band? Like how did it start? How did you meet each other?
I'll take this one. So, our drummer, who's not present with us today, and I were formerly in a band, short-lived band here in Columbia. That band fell apart, and I just kind of decided, I was playing bass in that band, and I was kind of like, I just want to get something together, just see where it goes. So I hit Gabe up, and we got the original lineup together, which was just 4 of us, and then as soon as we started, what we did is we started the band and then booked a show. Gabe booked a show a month out because Gabe could just kind of call up a venue and be like, hey, I've got a new band, but we hadn't even had our first practice yet. We already had a show booked. So we scrambled to get like 5 songs together, just a really just dumb little set together, and then COVID hit, everything got canceled, and then we spent like the next
2 years.
like about a year just
Yeah.
recording an album. So we were together for like a year and some change before we even played a live show.
Yeah.
That was, and then right before our first live show, maybe like a couple months, Connor came on as our new bassist, and then Pierce, you've been with us for like what, 4 5 months
Since October,
now?
he played with us at our album release show at New Brooklyn Town.
He's been what we've been missing this whole time.
I feel that like the day that I kind of was in Flippants, you remember that show at the Space?
Yeah.
I think that was like my first like iteration of the band where I think Austin, I'm not gonna give the whole story away, but Austin had a ladder,
Yeah.
and
the
there was
famous
this sort
ladder.
of like there's a bunch of amazing stuff that happened, but I ended up getting the guitar somehow in my hands, and like we just kind of just made something out of nothing on the spot.
I threw it
at
off the
house
top
show,
of the ladder.
and I caught it.
You caught it.
And then I just started just going in,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the rest is just kind of
History.
And Brad's been, it was an unofficial member of the band for that day. We just made it official.
Yeah.
No, the classic guitar off the ladder. You know, everyone's got one of those.
Exactly.
There's so many videos of that on YouTube.
But it takes one to throw it. It takes someone else to catch it.
Yeah.
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 You could have died.
That's it. That's it. That's a metaphor.
Yeah.
That's some kind of metaphor. That's some kind of-
So did you guys like grow up like around music, playing music, or was it like an interest you developed later in your life? Like how did that part like come up, just like individually for you?
I'll start on this one. I played guitar since about 2005, but it wasn't until I got to college that I started playing in bands, and then I played in bands nonstop since about 2014. And so growing up it was like a personal thing, and now it's more of like a group thing that I do with people like all the time.
I think my family really had a big hand in my musical development, because my granddad was like a DJ in Charleston. He was like had his own radio station, and my mom was always like putting me on to like weird stuff that I wouldn't even think to just kind of like think that I should be listening to. But I ended up just like falling in love with it, just the stuff that she would show me. And I think that kind of snowballed it into just like, you know, picking up guitar, just picking up different instruments, and just going from there.
I guess I've been doing it since I was like a teenager, like 13. I started playing guitar, and I didn't really start playing in bands until like probably 6 years ago. No, yeah, like something like that. So I'm kind of a latecomer to the music scene, but I just hit it like an atom bomb. Everybody's just they're just amazed at what I've done so far.
Shut up.
And where I'm going.
Get out of here. I also am late to playing and performing music. It's because of Gabe that I'm even in this band or playing music at all. I've listened to music, and it's been a part of my life, I don't know, since elementary, middle school. Really been trying to crate dig and just listen to all genres of music and be a music encyclopedia. So it's always been something I've been interested in, just never had the courage to actually play with anyone. But when the position opened up to play bass for this band, Gabe asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was like, I don't even know if I can. I've never played in a band. I never played live. I don't know how to read music. Here's what I can do.
The best part is none of us know how to read music.
For real?
I'm working on it.
Ellery definitely.
I like
no way he doesn't.
knew it and
No.
lost.
He doesn't?
Forgot how to do it. So
Yeah.
I have to re-up myself on music theory.
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows how to read drum notation. I can
Yeah,
read notation.
yeah.
I can't read
Like staff.
I can read tablature.
Yeah.
But I'm
Anyone out
working
there-
on reading staff right now because I'm also in a jazz project.
Anybody who can go and listen to our music can probably figure out we don't know how to read.
Yeah. Best way to find out. Yeah.
Okay, last question before I keep stealing questions from Maddie. But has the way you experienced music or performed music, do you think changed since being with bands, playing with bands? You said you listened to it, you said you played individually. Do you think the way that you thought about music, experience, performed it changed after working with other people closely in bands?
For sure.
Yeah.
It goes from being it's exponential. Playing alone in your room from 2005 until 2014, and then playing with a drummer and then playing with others. It goes from learning like this to learning like this, and it's crazy because you start
You pick up so many different things.
I have a bad habit of critiquing the things I listen to now. In my own head, I just be listening and be like, I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. You gotta do
You
it
mean
this
live
way.
or
Just it's I don't know. Well, I can't enjoy anything anymore.
Taylor Swift right now, you would have very harsh opinions.
I think so. I mean, Taylor does a good job. I don't want to blow
Taylor,
shit
they're
up,
on a
but-
first name basis.
Yeah. I gotta call it back.
Our dynamics were a little bit off.
She's mixing our records. We gotta talk to her.
Oh man, no, I have nothing. Nothing. She can do no wrong in my book. Yeah.
Damn, didn't
But
know
if
you
she
were
were
such
to
a
do
big
wrong,
Swift
do you
fan.
call her out?
You
I
would
would
let her
try.
know.
I would try. On
Yo, I
don't
would
know
go
about that
ham
verse.
over look what
Yeah.
you made me do. Right?
Oh man.
Yeah.
You want?
So yeah, I was interested. You guys said you don't really know how to read music, so how does that affect your songwriting process?
Oh, it makes it better. No, there's just, our songwriting process is extremely, it's very collaborative. It's gotten to the point now where pretty much every song we're writing moving forward is just like Connor writes bass line, I write. Well, I do like the melody. I'll be honest, Gabe writes my guitar parts and his.
When it comes to vocal melodies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm like the vocal guy really when it comes to writing, and then Pierce comes in at the end and dusts it with.
It's
a bunch of
definitely a lot
crazy
more
stuff.
it's a more intuitive process where it's kind of like we listen to it, like we kind of have to feel off each other. It's like, okay, you were going in this direction, let me see what we can do on my end, and kind of like, I think with that lack of like being really theoretical, it becomes a lot more like of a picking off of each other's like.
Because it used to be, early on, I was like composing everything and then giving it to him, and he would like write lyrics and maybe a singing melody, and then we'd give it to our drummer and he would like fix the drums because I can't really write drums.
But he can just fill in with anything.
He can just put anything
he
he
knows
wants
how to
down.
make something
Yeah.
really interesting on top of that, or
And now we're kind of all demoing.
Yeah.
and we're just throwing each other, like we'll just demo
And bringing things
and
to the
be-
table
share
and
it with
being
each
like,
other
what about
and be like,
this
yeah,
and
what
what
do you
about
think of
this?
that? Yeah.
It kind of like just builds like into something,
Yeah.
into a song.
Yeah. So it's like really organic.
Very organic.
Yeah.
Now, at least.
Which
Yeah.
that's pretty fun. About, like
It is. I mean, it's in lieu of being able to read music. There's just a lot of us standing around going, "Oh, what if you do something like,
Yeah.
it sounds ridiculous."
or we'll reference other songs and just like get inspired by like a literal part in a song, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this has the emotional range that we're going for, or something
Yeah.
like
Let's
that.
do something like
Yeah.
that.
And
yeah.
for the past half a year now, and even like some like here and there in the last 5 years, I've been like teaching myself music theory on and off, and so some of that finds its way into composing because he'll write something on guitar and I'll be like, maybe not, and we'll play it this way or play it this way.
I think we also write all of our songs in a live context because I
Yeah.
feel that
That's
we're very much a live band, and every song, as we're writing songs, I'm going like,
How would this transition to a live setting? How is this gonna fit and gel?
how much guitar am I gonna have to play, and how much running around can I do?
But I think we also start off with like good bass, like skeletal song
Yeah.
structures. Like the composition, like is using like chord structures, like that we're like really excited about.
Yeah,
and
it's
then we
interesting.
can kind of be like a little bit more loosey goosey.
like live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you guys are ripping off each other like that, does that lead to sort of like a backlog of songs that you haven't really pursued?
Yeah. Yes.
So many.
A lot.
We've got a couple bad albums worth of bad demos.
We get a archive.
yeah.
I think collectively we all have at least 5 or 6 songs that won't go anywhere.
Yeah, but I mean, that's only 5 or 6 songs that won't
I don't
go anywhere.
know.
That's not
Yeah,
I've
bad.
got
probably
like
double that.
I've got
Yeah.
like 15 or 20
Yeah.
for like 4 different genres
Yeah,
that
I
won't
know
make
voice
its way over
memos.
here. Yeah, and Pierce has like a ton of music from like back in the day because we used to play music together, and he's got a lot of old stuff and probably some new stuff too that doesn't really
It's like
fit the band.
I always try to think of this where it's like there's so much stuff that I have archived. Just like I always have to figure out. It's like if I was to bring this, into Flippants, like what I wonder how we could like how the band would like kind of, how would we kind of
Filter it.
exactly how would this come through into like our sort of setting? Like we've been about starting a library.
So like what artists do you think like informed like this band specifically? Like if you had to like pull a few.
Connor.
What? Parquet Courts?
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
Parquet Courts. is
Parquet
number
Courts,
one,
Parquet Courts.
100%.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were actually gonna say. I thought you were gonna say Squid.
That's
Squid,
just me.
uh,
I love
for sure.
Squid.
Shame.
If you've ever listened.
Squid, Shame,
Idols.
Dry Cleaning.
Squid, Shame, Dry Cleaning, Parquet Courts. And I feel like we're missing one.
What about Idols?
Idols.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah, that's
like
the
big.
group.
That's the core.
Yeah.
That's the core.
Absolutely. I wish we could extrapolate on that, but we won't.
And then do you guys have like sort of the music you listen to in your spare time that you don't really incorporate into your sound?
Oh,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. Like
Yeah.
I DJ too, so I listen to a lot of drum and bass and house music, and that has not found its way in yet. And the same thing with the jazz stuff. That's not really like working its way in yet. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm a huge fan of the whole like sort of singer-songwriter indie, like female, like Phoebe Bridgers, Soccer Mommy, like all that kind of stuff. Like huge
Slow
fan of
pulp.
that.
Dude,
Big fan of slow
Luz.
pulp.
La Luz is
La
Have you
Luz.
listened? So
I
good.
don't know.
Yeah.
You know, Bob.
Bob Seger.
No,
Probably won't.
no, never mind. Anyways, we'll talk about
I've
recommendations
been on a
later
huge
off the
Harry
podcast.
Nilsson kick.
Yes,
Harry
yeah.
Nilsson.
I've been getting back on him because of you.
Yeah.
This is
I
so
think
good.
trip hop for me, especially
Mm.
like Tricky. It's got Tricky.
Tricky,
It's like
Tricky rocks.
Maximum Joy is like
Mm.
I listen to that shit all.
So yeah, it's
Like,
a lot
all
of
that
stuff
feel like
that
we're
we
all
can't
kinda
even include in this.
You
Yeah.
really like George Clanton too.
Oh, I
George
love
Clanton.
George Clanton.
Yeah, I think we all
Yeah,
like George Clanton.
Yeah, which isn't too far from Philly.
No,
No.
that's pretty far.
Yeah.
It's kind of more
It's a
electric.
different genre.
Yeah.
It is more
It's
like
like a
yeah.
different But yeah.
So like, what kind of sound like would you say? Like, do you have like a specific like subgenre you think like your band like fits in? Like, if somebody like asked you like one sentence, like, what does your band sound like?
Post-punk.
Post-punk.
Oh, yeah.
Post-punk.
Party.
Yeah.
Party
Party
post
We're
post-
definitely party punk. Yeah.
I feel like we always struggle to answer that question though.
I don't know. I always think of us as a post-punk band.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. That is the answer, but I feel like if you're like, what band do you sound like? What known band do you sound like?
Well,
Stop
that's
it. You're becoming the interviewer right now.
Well, no,
I like
no,
that question.
that's-
No, I'm gonna. I like that one.
Steal it.
Like, yeah,
Hey
it's
guys, I
like,
just
okay,
have a
well,
really good
describe
question to ask.
where I am. Like, give me some context where you guys are. And it's like, I always have a hard time choosing a band because I'm trying to choose something a little bit like maybe a lot of people know,
For the
but sound like
normies.
us.
Yeah.
If you like to have a
Oh,
good
yeah.
time,
Like,
listen to
like,
Yeah.
I have the worst answer for that though.
what is it?
I had a coworker who admittedly is just really bad at just any sort of musical discussion, and he asked me what we sounded like, and all I could come up with was Red Hot Chili Peppers, which
Oh, did you see that Amoeba Hollywood show they did? I think that's what it was. Like they did like their first show ever at like Amoeba Music or something. I forgot what it was. I just
Oh,
saw it
okay.
on like Facebook. But it's like they were doing their first live show. Or,
That's
like
the
their
thing.
thing. We're doing their first live show back.
If that's like the most mainstream thing we sound like, that's I feel like so incorrect.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
that's what
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
It's like how far away can
Oh,
you
it
go
killed me.
into
Yeah.
mainstream
Yeah.
before you're not actually
I
describing
mean,
us?
I guess
Yeah.
like a really famous example would be like maybe Gang of Four, sort of.
yeah, he would have been totally over.
Dude, that's so over so many people's heads.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I
I
You
would
guys are
think-
just
I
too
will-
indie.
Oh yeah,
Nobody's
that's
gonna
know. No one will ever know.
I try to take people where they're at and just hopefully they enjoy us live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
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 So like, what are y'all's like favorite songs like individually from this band that you've come out with? Like, if you had to like pick one or two.
You know it?
I did, yeah.
I know mine.
222.
Yeah,
That one's so.
Two,
And
two,
then
two.
we've got one that we're working
Oh.
on right now that's really good that
Yeah.
Gabe wrote like the bass structure for.
For the Brandy one with the
Yeah, Dirty
yeah.
Black Jeans.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
a soft spot for Lash.
Oh, you just said it out loud. Is that we were locking down the name and that's your fault?
We'll censor
We
it.
have a
Yeah, censor that.
I thought it was like. Yeah, I don't know. It's our working title. We can say that, and therefore we're.
Therefore, it
free
might
of all-
change.
But it's coming out on the 22nd.
Yes, which is when we
So-
play.
The
At
day
Arts
that
and
we play at
Draughts.
Arts and Draughts, we're dropping a hot single. So I want to get that in.
My favorite song is Dog Food, though.
Oh, Dog.
Oh yeah.
That one's my
Oh,
favorite of the
yeah.
old
Oh,
stuff.
It's funny you mentioned that because one of the questions we were like talking about what we want to talk about is like I really like interviews where they're like, okay, you wrote a song about blank. How do you feel about blank?
Oh.
So I was wondering if you guys have a favorite brand of dog food.
Oh,
This is a dog on
with a
it.
dog.
Well,
I hate dog food. It's a smell that makes me gag every time. I feed my dog every morning. He's very lucky for that. And it's like most of our songs. It's like an anti-capitalist rant. But I do I have a favorite brand? No. I wish you just eat regular people food. Like like a normal person, but he won't. So I'm not gonna give a favorite band. I'm so sorry. I just can't do it on good conscience.
As long as it's like all natural, like
Yeah.
healthy for the dog, I think that's like I don't really.
Oh, what a nice answer.
Brad, have you ever eaten dog food?
Man, I can't say I have,
Okay.
but I had a dog that would always eat like stuff off the floor,
Yeah.
and I
Same
was
thing.
like, I was always really worried that like, oh, it's gonna get all these germs, it's gonna like get bacteria and stuff. So it's like, I don't know. I try to. If I was, I have a dog at my house. It's my roommate's dog, but like, he always tries to feed him like healthy food, stuff that's not gonna upset his stomach, or, stuff like that.
My favorite brand is organic.
Whole Foods.
You're this Whole Foods
Whole
dog.
Well,
Foods.
no, like they
Fair.
have stuff where it's like refrigerated, like
Yeah.
very fancy.
Yeah.
It's like better than what I eat. Like,
Oh, I know.
There probably is. It would actually be. It would behoove us to try some organic.
you guys have to now. Like,
Like,
after
yeah,
this, you guys are gonna be like, might as well like figure it out,
We
right?
talked about it in the interview. We should do
We
that.
should go do that.
So that way, next time somebody asks you, you guys can be like, we have a ranked list of all the.
Top 10 dogs.
I was hoping you would ask.
I would barely
Dude,
survive.
Where's the Watch
That's-
Mojo video?
Spam email all of the dog.
Top 5
Top
dog food
five.
brands.
Top
Please
10
subscribe.
brands.
No, I think that's a perfect gimmick for Arts and Draughts.
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah.
Oh,
Just
man.
throw it into the crowd, pellet by pellet.
Oh, that'd be cool. You just throw a dog food. Yeah.
At the audience. They'll either really like it or really hate it. There's no middle ground.
Yeah. Well, that's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's our
We can just say it's a throwback to the Stooges, man.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have like some cool like song names. I think I really like. There's one that's like Seaside. Like, Dilemma. Yeah,
Seaside Dilemma.
I like that one. But so like then like obligatory interview question. So how did your band name come to be?
I actually asked you this, Connor.
And I didn't know the answer.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Because I
think
wasn't a part of the band.
No, there's
I
not.
think
Gabe,
it's either me or you.
you.
It was me.
You,
okay.
and it was just a long list. It was a text going back between me and Gabe of just band name ideas when we got together, and Flippants was one of them. I was like, yeah, that's pretty okay. And he's like, cool, because we were just kind of missing the mark on it for a long time. Well, there were a lot of good ones, but that one just kind of hit. And I was like, oh, I like that. And then we just kind of, there was never like a moment. I think we were at like our third practice. We were like, I don't know, we're going with Flippants. And
Yeah, I think that's what
everybody's like, all
happened.
right. And
Ah.
that's kind of, it's the worst band name story.
Well, no,
It
but
just
if you
sounds
can
like a
find that
fishbowl.
screenshot, make
Yeah.
the best one.
Yeah, I'll have to
Yeah.
go back way far back.
Yeah.
What about
Just put a hot dog on
Yeah.
a drill.
Yeah.
And just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Set my phone up.
Man.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Or ham.
Yeah, you can do like a ham. Anything that's just wet and meaty.
Yeah.
Like a human finger.
Just like my hands.
Yeah.
That's what merch ideas. That's what merch ideas.
We
Oh,
start
actually-
selling Flippants brand ham.
It's gonna be organic. Obviously.
It's organic ham. It's
I
really
would-
good for you.
I would
And
love
your
it.
dog.
I would love to have my own brand of hot dogs. I've never had that thought before, but that sounds cool.
I like when we went from anti-capitalist, like, yeah, I would invent hot dogs for sure.
Don't hate the player at the game. Right?
Okay, so you guys are a very like performance-driven band. Like you guys talk about like playing live a lot. So do you have any favorite concert moments? Like anything that sticks out to you?
We have some good ones. Some early ones, shout out to Brad. I would always be like at the end of a set, like heaving, trying to get air into my lungs. And I would always, like, it got to the point where I was always looking out for Brad's small body to come flying at me from some impossible angle. Because he just had a habit of like launching himself onto me.
Actually, that is a theme of this band. That's
Yeah.
how
That
we
is
got
kind
into
of more or less a theme. It happened
Yeah.
actually out in the hallway just now.
It did,
It's,
yeah.
it's like my kind of, hey guys.
Yeah.
So you need to start incorporating flips into that, make it a little
Yeah.
more
I gotta get
to
better at
ma-
my
yeah,
flips.
to match the
My
name.
flips.
There's the ladder situation.
We have a long-standing relationship with ladders.
With a 12-foot ladder that we like to put on stage and climb around on, jump off it and smash, body slam folding tables.
Yeah.
What band did we play with you at New Brooklyn Tavern when you were in the other
Oh
band?
yeah.
Oh, Flock Martin.
Flock
Yeah.
Martin. So
That's right.
we played, Flock Martin opened for us,
That's right.
and then we kind of had like a jam at the end of it, And this fits the theme of like Brad
Yeah.
jumping on us because I've never talked to you. You came up on stage. I think there was like a dog pile happening.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
And so I jumped. And I was just nervous on stage because I was still like, had my like tabs on the floor and I was like checking
Playing
songs
the
and I was like,
song
"What's
off the
next
sheet."
one?"
Yeah.
And I was just like really stick
Very
figured,
focused.
just like
Very focused.
okay.
Yeah.
And they were doing the dog pile, and then I was like looking around, and Katie was like, "It was so cute because you were like, is this okay? Can I do this?" And I went and I jumped and joined the dog pile, but there was like everyone could see my thought process. But
yeah.
after that happened, Brad was like, "Oh, I'm joining in too," and he just like did a full-on dog pile punch to the
Oh yeah.
groin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I met Brad.
You guys remember the space show where we passed
Silly
out the silly
string.
string?
We did
That
silly
was
string.
awesome.
Yeah, that was a
That
great
was
one. We just got showered in silly string. And
Definitely
took-
better than dog food.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Although I
Easier
guess
to clean.
I
No, harder to
guess
clean.
that stuff's flammable, and that the
really?
electricity in the space is so sketchy that somehow the microphone was shocking my lips the whole time. That's how badly grounded everything was. So and then
And we were
just
spraying silly string.
and getting bubble machine juice everywhere, which is so slick. So we were slipping and sliding, and getting covered in silly string, getting electrocuted. That was a
Actually,
fantastic
that was a
show.
good one.
I
That's
just
really
thought of something. Do y'all remember the comeback show that y'all played?
Yeah,
Oh
And then
yeah.
it was Katie's like.
That's the
Katie's
folding
birthday.
table show.
yeah.
I remember this one moment where there was like a cake, and I don't know what happened.
That's because it was
What
mine and
happened with
Katie's
the cake?
birthday.
Oh, I was gone.
It was my
It was
birthday
just
show,
like-
and my friend grabbed cake and threw it at everybody. Wow, you were wow.
Oh, was that Tyler? Tyler threw the cake around.
No, it was our friend Nicolas threw the cake
Oh, okay, yeah.
and just like started dancing with it, throwing it
Oh,
everywhere.
I just remember that just being like everyone was just covered in just dirt
Mud and cake.
and I was just like the happiest. Like that was like one of the best live Flippants experiences.
That was a really good
So
show.
for Arts and Draughts, can people expect to be covered in food?
People can expect.
The unexpected. You gotta expect the
Yeah,
unexpected.
they can expect some us to
Do something stupid.
go pretty hard. You know, Flippants is we have life is like one chore after the other, and the best thing about this, well, I mean, you
We like
know,
to have
sometimes it
fun.
feels that way, and
Yeah.
this band is supposed to be the antithesis to that, to just
have fun.
celebrate the good times we have in this capitalist hell world that we all
We all
trudge through. And just have a moment of celebration, just go off and get crazy.
Yeah.
So that's
It's gonna
what
be-
we do.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited to also play with his other bands, Crybaby.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
Crybaby is
Yeah.
really cool.
Crybaby is
I-
such a good
Amazing.
like big genre jump
Yeah.
also for
Yeah,
the night,
it's a
but also
weird
perfect.
show. It's a weird
I
show.
love
I
a
like the
bill
lineup.
like that.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I've seen Crybaby like so many times over the last few years, and they've gotten better and better and better. So I'm excited to actually share a bill with them because they're like one of Charleston's best bands, or they're up there. And then we're playing with Pylon.
Which is
Or the
nuts.
It's the Pylon
Which is crazy.
Reenactments,
Yeah, Pylon Reenactment Society.
Yes,
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Shout out to Greg for that hookup.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
cool. They're like a classic 80s post-punk band, so they're like kind of a big deal, quietly
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
A humble big dude.
Humble big deal.
Yeah.
You want? I got. Okay, so what do you enjoy most about like the Columbia music scene? Like being a part of it, like listening.
It's kind of tight knit, but
I think it's always open.
But it's
Yeah.
always
It's
open.
always changing, but it's still
Yeah.
like has a core.
Yeah.
I mean, I think me and you have probably been in it the longest, or at least I don't know. It's changed so many times over because we all have friends that are like much older than us that have been playing in Columbia since like the early '90s, and then our drummer's father used to play in Columbia's scene in the '80s, and so we've got like a couple of generations of stories around us in the scene, and it seems like it's always been tight knit, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's the same
Yeah.
with WSC. Y'all have always kind of been a part of it forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But it's lovely people and just really welcoming. You know, I feel like the best thing about it is if you start a band or you've never played on stage before, you can easily put yourself in a situation where you show up to, say, New Brooklyn Tavern to debut your band, or
Even if you go to like an open mic night.
Grunge prom.
Or grunge prom.
And you're going to be playing to a room full of friends.
Yeah,
That
you're
you
always
already
playing friends.
know half the people, and it's just a very supportive community, and it's lots of love. It's fantastic.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
What are some of y'all's like favorite venues to play at?
We got
In all of South Carolina or
well,
in Columbia?
Let's go Columbia,
Okay.
and then we can do like another South Carolina.
Bernie's Chicken out on Bluff Road.
Playing actually just on Bluff Road,
Yeah.
in the middle of the road.
They always ask us to leave about 5 minutes in, but it's our favorite spot.
But the first 5 minutes is
Well,
really good.
Glorious.
So they're not around anymore, but R.I.P. Space Hall. That was
Space Hall was a good
true.
spot.
Yeah.
Places that exist currently. Honestly, I'm excited for Transmission.
Oh,
a
same.
Transition,
Yeah.
Same.
Actually,
Yeah, Transition, we got a show there
amazing.
on
Sucks it's on
May
Sunday
6th.
nights. But
It's like June. It's like the first
It's
June.
June
of-
5th. It's
Yeah,
June
it's the
5th.
first June or first Sunday of June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but they're always free.
And they're always free because they have the sponsorship, and they're on Sundays. There's like 2
10 p.m.
bands.
I do visuals.
So if you don't like money, but you like music, come check it out.
Yeah,
Great tagline.
yeah.
But
New Brooklyn Tavern's a classic.
Yeah, of
They've
course.
been
That's
going strong.
it's like our home team.
that's base.
like home, yeah,
That's our home team.
home field advantage.
Yes.
Whatever is what I was trying to. Yeah. What else? Madison Square Garden's all right. It's kind of really good.
Yeah, Township. I don't know.
yeah. I would say that would be my. I just got to give a shout out to New Brooklyn Tavern. It's the old classic, but it's
Carlin's doing a really good job.
Carlin's
of
yeah.
being
absolute
artist
boy.
right now. He's
Yeah.
like
He's getting a lot of
putting
really
energy.
good like indie bands through.
Yeah.
And always
The
happy to book.
Indigo D'Souza. Am I
Yeah.
saying
Yeah,
that
yeah,
right?
yeah.
yeah. That was
Show
huge.
with Truth Club
And Melanin.
and Melanin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
was just an amazing show.
Did y'all?
hmm
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
We played to a packed room
that. Wow,
at
yeah.
like 8,
Yeah.
which never happens.
Yeah. Oh man, opening for that kaiju was wild.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
That kaiju was,
Yeah.
Shout out to that kaiju
They
who
were fucking
has no idea who we are.
They don't even know who they are.
They didn't even know we opened for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so cool that we like met them and they're like, oh cool, you open?
yeah. Anyways, I guess we're getting away from the question, but
Yeah.
that's kind of.
Wow.
That comeback, of course. We got to give Katie
Yeah.
Space a shout out.
Which I
That's
think
like a
will
kind of a backyard house show place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably transform. I don't know if it's going to be.
Yeah, I don't know. Where
I mean, it
it's
might
at
come
right
back.
now,
They were kind of like closed for the off season because it's like a backyard, so it's like not gonna play when it's like 20 degrees outside,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know. As far as like cool places to play in all of South Carolina, like Radio Room's a good place. Shout out to Radio Room in Greenville.
In the context of our band, though, we still have yet to be invited to Radio Room. So, if you're listening,
I don't know why you're thinking about.
We are
We're just
literally
gonna-
playing
we're just
in
waiting to be
Greenville
invited.
in
We're-
like a month.
I'm waiting.
Swanson's warehouse. soon.
Swanson.
Oh yeah, we're playing Swanson soon. Now we're just plugging upcoming shows.
Well, I mean, it's still
Royal American.
Royal American.
Royal
American Charleston.
That's a fantastic place because it has a built-in crowd.
They just come right out of the floor.
It's just robots going. Yeah.
Just Lego minifigures. It's pretty cool.
You can interrupt us at any point.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're getting off topic here.
Okay, so you've been talking about your upcoming shows. Is there anything you want to tell us about your upcoming music?
Yes, absolutely. On September 23rd of the year 2022, we will release 2 EPs.
Double P.
We're releasing a double EP full of hot new music with cool tracks. We don't have names, we don't have artwork, we don't have names for the
That's
2
not
EPs.
true. I literally.
Oh,
I
do
made,
we?
I made some artwork literally.
You did have,
today.
yeah. I haven't approved it though, so it's technically.
So it doesn't count.
Yeah, I made a draft. It's not
And
approved.
it's actually very cool. Oh, that one's cool.
Oh, that's
Sounds like
really
it's
cool.
approved.
Anyways, we'll talk about it. But yeah, what else am I missing, guys? We're coming out with, like I said,
We have a single.
a single on the 22nd, and then on June 23rd, we're gonna drop another single.
Yeah.
I can't say much about that. It's still very much in the recording process, but
Yeah.
we're getting
still
there.
very much working on this first single.
Yeah, so we're doing basically like a release every 2 months,
Yes.
and then and then a dual EP in September. But yeah, in fact, as a result of all this recording, we're kind of in practice in a while.
In a second.
It's not rocket science. We'll be fine.
We can jump right back into it.
Yeah.
It is like riding a bike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Would you have like any advice that you want to give to like people who are like listening, watching, and they like want to start a band?
Yeah.
Do it. Start now.
Build terrariums in your backyard or something peaceful that's good for your soul. I don't know. Don't do this. What? No.
I love how we have conflicting opinions.
Do it. Don't do it.
Grow plants
the point of
and don't learn music.
You think, it starts out music's therapy, and then it just starts taking little pieces of your soul, and it...
Okay.
I also feel like Brad and I are Pierce and I are about to like give genuine answers.
I said a genuine answer.
I know you did.
Mine was kind of genuine.
You're talking to
Okay.
me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Genuine answer.
Come on.
Have a healthy diet.
Great.
Because you gotta stay, active on the stage and all that.
Yeah.
So healthy diet is important.
Very good.
But for real, be yourself.
That's good.
Don't overthink the shit.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you'll freak out. Just be yourself.
Oh, I'd actually
Follow-
like to...
yeah.
Oh, can I talk? I'm sorry. Is it okay if I say something?
I was gonna say.
I don't
Go
know.
ahead.
I
Vetoed.
Absolute number one piece of advice that I always adhere to. I can't remember where I read it, but don't ever. Perfection is just don't worry about. Start before you're ready. Release your music, even if you don't think it's perfect, even if you don't think anybody's gonna like it. Just if you start caring about that, you will never release anything, and then great art never gets made. So just get it out there. Get it out there.
Someone will like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like having only just started to play music, I regret not starting sooner.
Same.
I had like friends that are amazing musicians now that like lived in my neighborhood, that started when we were all in middle school, and like I remember playing with them on a little plastic keyboard or something like that, and just being like so embarrassed and scared to actually like do it that I just didn't follow through, I guess. So if you want to start a band, would like to, just anyone who's as excited to do it with you or just like jam, get together, just make it not a thing that you even have to make a product, just like learn songs, play with your friends, make it a thing that's just like a hangout.
Yeah.
And then the more that you feel comfortable just like playing things with whoever said that they were excited to play with you, you're probably going to gain the momentum to actually make a band
Start a band and then book a show 2 months out and then practice once a week and then do it and just see what happens.
Never let it cross your mind that this might not be good, because it's probably not going to be good. But it will be fun.
Yep.
Connor and I have different philosophies.
Yeah.
And so what do you want to tell your fans or people who are just going to start getting into your music through this interview or Arts Draughts?
Fans, where are you guys?
Show up.
No.
We love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Please come out. Please listen and support.
Yeah, talk to us, say what's up.
Hang out.
Yeah.
Just
Meet us, shake
if
our
you
hands.
make music, let us know about it, because we would love to.
Invest in our startup.
Yeah.
I'll buy my NFT.
Yeah.
Provide a small donation of.
Yeah.
Do you have
that.
anything specifically about your concert for Arts and Draughts you just want to like get out there? Just like something to look out for? I know you have like a new single, like anything special, or just like it's gonna be like a classic like Flippants concert, like you can't miss it.
It's going to be a lot of new music.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of music.
New,
Yeah.
a lot of new flavors.
Yeah.
And we never try to like just repeat a performance when it comes to, we're coming up with all kinds of wacky
Fun stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
to
antics
get
and
into.
new music
Yeah.
and loudness.
Noise.
Noise.
Oh, there's
Noise. Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Sweet.
Well, this has been a really great interview. I'm so glad you guys were able to come in. I really enjoyed it. Maddie thought it was like just fine.
Yeah.
Like it was totally
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
So do you guys have like Instagram, like basic anything you want people
You
to
gotta
like?
plug the
Yes.
socials.
Go ahead, like plug right now.
At Flippants Band. Flippants is spelled with pants at the end, not like that's not. It's like pants, not France. So Flippants.
Flip pants. There's 2 P's.
There's 2 P's.
There's no the in the front.
I'm sorry, I'm making this so much worse than it has to be. It's Flippants Band. You can follow us on Instagram. What else are we on?
We got Facebook,
Yeah,
Spotify.
Spotify.
Oh yeah, we're streaming everywhere, baby. You know.
What's like your most like active? Like if people are like, I want to know when you guys have a concert. Like what should?
Oh,
should
say
people-
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah,
Where-
100%.
You can just hit us up straight on that. DM
Yeah.
us. Send us your recipes.
Please do.
Resume.
We're always down to hang.
Resume,
We're always down to
CV.
hang.
We'll take a CV. We'll hang. I don't know. Yeah.
Need a reference?
Yeah.
Yeah. Need a reference.
We'll pretend to be your former boss.
Talk to me about how your day was.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Okay, sweet. Well, this has been awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We're good. That is in fact a wrap.